Hey builders, Brick Ratty up here with another video, this time my DeLorean time machine mock. Some parts of it are still kind of based on the Lego idea set, but I gutted the whole thing and kind of built my own design. This isn't my final design though, I'm still waiting to get some of the more silver pieces for the back wiring, but after that it should be pretty much complete. And when I get those pieces, I'll do a tutorial on how to make this and build a studio file for it. One of the first things for a Back to the Future mock is you need the figures, Marty and Doc. These are the default figures that came with the original idea set. There are a couple different things that you can do to improve these to make them more definitive versions. For the Lego Ideas set for Doc, they gave him an updated hairpiece, as you can see here, which looks much better. And then for Marty, there's a couple different options. I know a lot of people choose to go with the Han Solo hair, as you can see here, which doesn't look bad. That's definitely doable, but for my personal preference, I like using the Sleepy Boy hair, I believe, or this is from the Business Zombie, whatever you would call that hairpiece. For accessories for Doc, the Dimension set comes with this remote control. But also, you have the Brickhead set, comes with a better controller for the DeLorean, which I think I'm going to put on this and show off. And then that kind of creates a little vignette of him controlling the DeLorean when it first time travels with the shock face, which I think that's pretty neat. Now let's move on to Marty. In the original idea set, they gave him a skateboard. The Dimension set comes with a guitar. The better accessory for me, though, I think, is the one that also comes with the Brickheads, which is his camera, which kind of creates that original time travel scene at the beginning of the movie. And again, with the shocked expression, I just think that's kind of cool. Okay, now that we have the figures out of the way, we can go to the time machine itself and kind of show off the features I put in, the details. So for this build, the main chassis for the vehicle is a Speed Champion set, specifically the Chevy 2-pack Speed Champion set, just because I wanted the hubcaps that you can see here, which are pretty accurate to the DeLorean model. Also from the Speed Champion set, I took the wheel cover pieces as well. I thought those added an interesting texture that was missing from the original model. One of the important parts of this model for me was having a fully enclosed driver's area with windshields and windows, which were excluded from the original set. Looking at the future UCS version, though, they did put a windshield in, but again, missing windows. Like the original set, the doors open, and there's a pretty decent inside there. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, just like that. Both doors are open. Let's just kind of straighten that out. I think it has a pretty good profile with the doors. They're curved a bit. Other things that are different, I use these whip pieces instead of the original tubing that was in the set. The flat silver pieces, these are from an old Agent set. And to go with those silver pieces there, I am just waiting for my order to come with the silver pieces that are going to go for the wiring back here as well. In the back here, we have the black vents, I guess they would be, that are kind of in the original set, but slightly modified. I use these black 1x2 slope pieces, but these are very accurate to the actual vehicle in the movie, and they still kind of hang down over the lights in the back there. Another cool thing that I added is this greebling with the paint rollers, which I think is pretty cool. It represents the wiring that connects all the different time traveling mechanics. I have this little hub with the reactor in the back there, which is the body of one of the robots from Nexo Knights. And using a tire here, also I had some extra greebling and detail that's pretty accurate to the vehicle. On the left side here, I added those little red fuse boxes, I'm assuming, are in the actual model. And in the other side here, there's a green bar representing the green details that are in the actual model. One of the downsides to this model is that the wheels don't rotate to go to the flying mode that is in Back to the Future 2. So this is more of a Back to the Future 1 model. So I have the out of time license plate on there. Behind the reactor area, you can see the blue faucet type pieces that were in the original idea set and are accurate to the actual vehicle as well. One of the more difficult parts of this build for me was getting these side edges of the body. I had about 3 or maybe 4 different versions of this, and I think this is the one that works the best. I think other people of mine have done similar things with the stud with the bar connection piece and having something to clip on there and fold over. Another cool thing that you can do is put on the Mr. Fusion on the back there on top of that stud. As you can see there, that looks pretty cool there. Taking that off, sometimes the piece of the reactor comes off there. It's just one of those studs with the jewelry accessory pin on there, and then the stud with the circle in the middle. And another thing you do is add on the wire. It's sort of hard to get in the shot, but there you can see this wire connection thing. I added some whip pieces for some extra details of wires running up to it, and another option right there. I would say that's pretty much all of the exterior details. So let's move on into the interior. You can see flux capacitor there. I have the corrected one in there right now, but I also have the version with the spelling error that was in the original release set. I don't know where it is right now, so I should probably find that because it's kind of rare and getting up there in price. And in the front there we have the console with the time machine plate with the printing on there, and a couple other different screens and meters. I think for these two, this is the updated one that they did in 2020, I think. This is the original print design. Those ones are kind of cool. I think it says like 82 on it, so that's getting pretty close to like the 88 you need to time travel. Added a calculator piece here. I thought that would be kind of a good thing to have next to the time machine for typing in the numbers for the dates. The Speed Champions piece that the base is made out of is really cool. It adds enough space in the vehicle so you can comfortably fit the two figures, which was kind of an issue with the original set. They got kind of crowded in there, or it was too big, but now it's like a perfect fit for two different characters to be in there. There, off camera, I put them in there. You can see that they fit comfortably. Their arms aren't bumping together, so you don't have to worry about that. That's also the interior. Some of the cool things I think are adding the seats in the back. That's a little unique. Also, all these details in the front I think are really cool and add a lot to the model. There we have the windshield and the roof back on. You can see that the figures are comfortably sitting in there. Doors can also open nice and easy with basically no problem. So that's nice. They're pretty sturdy too. I'm kind of yanking on them. They're not falling off, which is an improvement from the original design. I'd say one of the downsides to this build is that there's like a drop off there between the roof and then the top of the windshield. Just because bricks are rectangular and everything. It's not a smooth transition, but I would say that it's passable and I'm okay with it. Overall though, I'm very happy with this build. Originally, I had the idea set and it was heavily modded, so it was better in that sense, but I think using a Speed Champions base, so much better. Thank you for watching. Like I said, just waiting on the silver pieces here, and I'll do another video kind of showing how to build it and build a studio file for it. Thank you for the comments. I've been seeing a lot of positivity. This has been one of my big hobbies and passions, and it's cool that I've had an audience that's been watching, so thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.